I'm Lara 𝐏𝐫𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐿𝐼KOWSKI. I'm a South African fashion designer and the recipient of the Innovative Design and Materials Award, as well as the Changemaker Award at the Twyg Sustainable Fashion Awards 2020. Today Olga's wearing two of the dresses made from grocery store packets. The blue packets are from Pick n Pay, and I've transformed it so it doesn't look like a Pick n Pay packet. It looks like a beautiful avant-garde dress, and potentially someone could get married in it if they chose that color. The green dress is made from Tuffy bags, and these bags are made from 100% recycled material. I didn't have plans to enter the Twyg Awards. I love using unusual materials, and at the time it seemed right to start looking at where I can use materials that are made from recycled things. And one of the simplest things to do was to go and use plastic bags at grocery stores, because all the information about where the bags are manufactured, what their composition is, where it's sourced, produced, it's all printed on the bags itself. And I thought if I can change this and transform it into something beautiful, it would be a success. I also found that whenever I see sustainable designs or anything made from recycled materials, it's not finished off properly. It doesn't have a fashionable quality. It's very rough. And because I've always used unusual materials, the goal is always to make sure that it looks like a finished fashion item, that you wouldn't think that it's made from waste. And I thought if I can transform the bags into something glamorous and fashionable, that would be really amazing. Part of the reason I used the bags was that I find with my brand I do a lot of bridal wear, and locally it is very difficult to find sustainable fabrics or organic materials that are glamorous that I can use for bridal wear. The wedding industry is probably one of the most polluting industries as well, because most bespoke dresses are worn once. And it's made for a specific person with their proportions, so it's very difficult to even rent out or resell again. So I thought that if I could make the materials that I'm using more sustainable, if it's made from recycled materials, it already makes it a few steps better than ordinary and traditional bridal wear fabrics. When I think of when I started my brand, labeling my work as sustainable it wasn't in my mind. But now that it's somewhat clear about what makes a brand sustainable and what makes design sustainable, I realized that I was ticking a lot of the boxes unknowingly. For example, from the start, I was always using all the fabric waste at my studio and upcycling and recycling and trying to create something new from the scraps instead of just throwing it away. And that's one of the key things in sustainable design, is using waste and limiting the amount of waste that ends up in landfill. I think that when it comes to supporting sustainable fashion design, it's really up to the consumers. At the end of the day, they have the power, because they're investing money in it. The government can put funding into all kinds of projects, but for a business to be sustainable, it needs an income from the consumer. So the best we can do is educate consumers and persuade them that making sustainable choices in terms of where they put their money is right.
Do you feel that government has done enough to support sustainability in fashion?
I feel that the South African government could do more in terms of supporting fashion designers who are making an effort to be more sustainable, especially when it comes to the fabrics that are available and the laws that affect the materials that we can source. As part of my prize for winning the Twyg and Country Road Changemaker Award, SA Fashion Week is sponsoring my show at their upcoming Fashion Week, which is amazing given the economic climate at the moment. I don't think I would be showcasing if they hadn't gifted me with this. For this collection, I've again used plastics made from recycled materials, and I have bought fabrics from Rewoven. Rewoven is a sustainability initiative in Cape Town, and they collect fabric offcuts and fabric waste from all the local CMTs, and they then sell the fabric waste to companies locally and internationally to be recycled and upcycled. So I've gotten my fabric from them and recycled and upcycled to create new pieces for my new collection. I've also collaborated with Matshidiso. They won the Sustainable Accessory Award at the Twyg Awards last year, and we've worked on different color palettes with their shoe designs to showcase with my designs on the runway. What's wonderful about them is that they employ local artisans. They're cobblers with over 35 years experience in the shoemaking industry, and their business is all about employing local artisans and really working to make their careers sustainable, so that at the end of their careers they have retirement funds, they really take care of their workers, and it is a family-run business, and you get that sense of family when you're at their factory.
Lara, is there any way that you could give us a sneak peek at what's going to be at SA Fashion Week this year?
I've selected a particular flower to use as inspiration. What I've done with all the recycled materials is try to mimic the textures of flowers and plants so that it has an organic and natural aesthetic. The irony is that it's made from recycled materials and plastics that are really damaging to the earth. That's all.
Do you ever wear any of your own clothing?
I do. I'm wearing my own designs right now, and when there are events I do wear my more avant-garde pieces, simply because they're the best. Who made your clothes? I made your clothes. Join the revolution.